First of all, I must say I apologize in advance if you can hear my dishwasher in the background. I do have my dishwasher cleaning some dishes right now. But the return of John Jones is just around the corner. So I saw it fitting to do a showcase. I got light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions right now. So I'm going to try to find some matches, see what I can do.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown.
Interesting choice of Brock Lesnar. Is he going to touch gloves? Good man. Alright. Now, the biggest question that I have is, well, I got a couple of questions as far as John Jones' return, but I think the big ones are, how is he going to handle fighting at heavyweight? Is he going to be able to take the shots from these heavyweight fighters? Is ring rust going to be a factor? Is he going to have the same endurance that he did at light heavyweight? He has put on a lot of mass and a lot of muscle for his return. And there are just so many factors to consider, you know? Okay, what is this guy doing? Alright, I'm just gonna stand up. I don't want to deal with that. You know, with John, he likes to use a lot of these oblique kicks, so that's what I'm gonna try to land.
Nice connection there by John Jones, and he is fighting with a definite killer instinct here tonight.
And if I feel like someone's getting too close, I'm just gonna post like that. That was nice. Ooh, got him. Oh. Body. Nice. Try to deny it. Remember? Oh, he saw it coming. Well played. You know what? You want to grapple so much? Let's grapple.
How about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
Been watching a lot of old John Jones fights. You know, like his fights against Lyoto Machida, Glover Teixeira, Daniel Cormier. And what I've noticed is, you know, John he'll make it a point to fight you where you feel you are, you know, at your greatest strength. Nice. Probably the best example of that is John's fight against Glover Teixeira. We all thought that Glover would have the big advantage if he found his way on the inside. And John just put an end to that. Fought him on the inside, tore him up with hooks and elbows. Oh. Almost landed that knee. I know the last two fights that John Jones has had, you know, they were... Oh, what? Really, man? Why would you quit? You're actually doing good, man. Why would you quit? Well, that's disappointing. Alright, well, I gotta find another match now. Okay, we got a mirror match for this next one. I'm going to be the John Jones on the right.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
You gonna touch gloves? Guess not. Alright. What was I saying in the last fight before you quit? Jon Jones, his last couple fights, people have made arguments that he could have lost those last 2 fights that he's had. And honestly, like, I can see their arguments. But in my opinion, I think the only reason that those fights were as competitive as they were, one, you know, both Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes made it a point to show Jon Jones no respect. And two, because everyone saw those fights as like easy wins for Jon didn't really see him as serious threats. Which is why he didn't look as unbeatable as he usually looks, you know? I find that when it comes to Jon and his opponents, if Jon recognizes that his opponent is a legitimate threat, Jon will show up with his A game. Right? He did it against Daniel Cormier. He did it against Glover Teixeira. He recognized the threat with other opponents such as Rampage and Rashad Evans. And Jon was able to like have really good showcases because he took his opponents very seriously. He understood that they posed like legitimate threats. But against like opponents like Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos, and even Jones's first fight against Alexander Gustafsson, he didn't see them as threats, which is why those fights were able to be super competitive. So, in this upcoming fight, you know, especially since Jon's moving up to heavyweight, I think he understands how much of a threat Ciryl Gane can be. Wow. Alright, you're a wrestler now, huh? Why would you take me down and then immediately stand back up? But as I was saying, with this fight being at heavyweight, I think Jon's smart enough to recognize Ciryl Gane as a threat. So he's gonna show up ready. That's my opinion. And I know Jon's ego can kind of get the better of him, you know, and he'll want to beat you at your own game. But I think Jon's gonna be smart enough to realize that, like, hey, like, standing with Ciryl is probably not gonna be the best idea. And I think he's gonna, like, mix in wrestling. Like, he's definitely gonna have to strike with Ciryl, but, you know, conventional wisdom dictates that if this fight stays on the feet, Jon Jones is gonna get lit up. But if Jon Jones can take it to the ground, Ciryl doesn't really have a chance. That's what conventional wisdom would dictate. But, you know, this is MMA. Don't be too shocked if, like, Jon actually manages to, like, score a knockout on the feet. I am generally, like, curious to see how he performs, you know? I know he's been out for, like, years. Nice. So, oh, he sidestepped that spin. That could have been so bad for him. I'm gonna let him up. He thought about quitting for a sec. Let's not forget about our elbows. Oh my god, can I get him out of here? I'm gonna try to submit him. Okay. I might get it. It's looking good. Don't quit. Wow. Well, you know, I guess that's what I get for fighting in quick match, man. Get a lot more quitters than you do in ranked. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to do one more fight. See if I can actually find someone that will stay in the match.
And coming up next, it's a light heavyweight matchup between Jon Jones and the last style bender, Israel Adesanya.
Man, you guys remember when John and Izzy were going back and forth on Twitter? Well, it wasn't just on Twitter. It was like they were going at each other in interviews.
They are so well-rounded. They have every skill, and that is going to be on display tonight in this key matchup.
In all honesty, like if that fight were to happen at the time that they were talking all this trash to each other, like I think it would have been obvious that Izzy would have had a big striking advantage over John, considering his kickboxing background. But I think John would have mauled him. I honestly do. Like, I think if Izzy wasn't able to defend takedowns against a much bigger man, which, you know, Jan Blachowicz was able to have a lot of success, you know, standing up against Izzy. And Jan doesn't have, like, at least on paper, the same striking as Jon Jones, so. But I think John would have, like, wrestled right away against Izzy. And I don't think Izzy would have really had an answer for the wrestling of Jon Jones, to be honest. I'll try to posture up. Oop. I think John would have just been like way too big for Izzy. He would have been able to, oh shoot. He would have just been able to hold him down. Pretty much just like do whatever he wanted on the ground. Ooh, got him. I honestly don't think it would have been a very competitive fight. The only way Izzy would have a chance in that fight is if John's ego got the best of him and he wanted to like prove that he could strike against a professional kickboxer.
Just missed with the elbow there.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Well, there's a takedown attempt. No surprise that he would go for it there, but unable to get the fight to the ground.
Oh, guys like hurt. Nice.
Gets up again here, but hurt.
Straight punch lands.
Oh, and another leg
Oblique kick.
flush, and now you're starting to see visible damage on that lead leg.
I strike variance.
Visible damage, and you see him starting to make mistakes now in his defenses because his leg is so beat up. It's red. It's all beat up.
Oh, goes to the ankle pick.
Nice.
We'll see how he chooses to proceed.
Let's just end the round with a takedown.
Let's see how he advances in these positions.
I'm also curious. Do you guys think that Jon Jones will ever be inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame?
He's as tough as they come. They're as
Like,
tough as a guy that can
I
take
think the
shots
only
like
thing
this.
holding him back is like all the controversies that he's had outside of the octagon, you know?
You take a shot like this.
Like,
All right, here we go.
you take those controversies away and just look at his accolades, like, it's without a doubt a Hall of Fame career, you know? Honestly, like, had it not been for his disqualification loss against Matt Hamill, he would have had the record for most consecutive title defenses, most consecutive wins in the UFC. John, realistically, should be undefeated on paper. But, you know,
Beautiful jab by him there, really taking advantage of what is an
I don't know,
obvious
man.
edge of
Like, John is arguably like the greatest fighter that has ever lived, but because of the troubles he's faced, man, like, do you put him in the UFC Hall of Fame? I mean, they put people like Stephan Bonnar in the UFC Hall of Fame, you know? And Stephan Bonnar doesn't have, like credential-wise, Stephan Bonnar is nowhere near John Jones.
really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Whoa!
I just don't know, to be honest.
Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, big
I think achievement-wise, like, yeah, you have to put him in there, but do you really want someone? Oh, he almost got me. But do you really want someone with, like, John Jones' history to be in the Hall of Fame?
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he lands a
I'm gonna break him down. Oh, nice.
fight is over.
He got him.
Pinpoint strike.
Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for the John Jones showcase. I didn't want to make a crazy long video like my last couple of videos have been.
Knockout victory.
Let me know who you think is going to win against Cyril Gane and John Jones. I think on paper John Jones should win it, but there are just so many factors to consider, you know. If you liked this video, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out. That being said, I'm going to do a Cyril Gane showcase next, so keep an eye out for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Merkley out has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, John Jones!
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off.